Hello everybody and welcome to this Train Sim TV video. This is Mark. Today we're doing a special Remembrance Day video using 43172 Harry Patch, as you can see on the screen. And we will be previewing the upcoming Railways of Devon and Cornwall version 9, which adds on the section from Exeter to Whiteball Summit at a distance of around 21 miles. With this video we're going for a completely different style of trying to do it in a more video 125 style cab ride method with captions and stuff and detailed commentary. There's going to be another video to follow at some point which I'll look at it from a TS perspective, but this is basically just a case of sit back, enjoy the trip. Literally Remembrance Day video, especially put on with this locomotive, and thanks to Simon as well for letting me do this video of the route just before its release. The Railways of Devon and Cornwall version 9 will be available from Vulcan Productions in the Alan Thompson Sim website, and it will include, as I said, Exeter to Whiteball is the new section. You will also get a vast amount of other lines on it, including Exeter to Liskeard. You also get the Gunners Lake branch, you get Exmouth branch, the Moorswater branch, and also the line to Meldon Quarry. So there's a huge variety of things in there. Please do check it out. It'll be linked in the description below. Due for release on Monday the 11th of November 2019. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you like this new method of doing the videos. Let us know if you'd like us to do more of this sort of thing. Thanks, guys. Our short journey today begins at Exeter St David's, opened in 1844 by the Bristol and Exeter Railway. Through the decades it has undergone a number of phases, though for the last 30 years has featured 5 main platforms and 1 bay platform, with access to the steep climb to Exeter Central accessible from platforms 1 and 3. It is on the junction of the southern West of England route from Salisbury and the South Devon Railway to Plymouth and beyond, whilst to the north branches lead off to Oakhampton and Barnstaple, with the main line connecting towards Taunton. Our attraction for today's run is Great Western Railway HST, led by commemorative power car number 43172 Harry Patch, the last survivor of the trenches. As of November 2019, 43172 can still be found in this livery as a part of the 2+4 GWR HST formations. Our working is 1A77, the 0541 Penzance to London Paddington, and will be calling at Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey and Reading, due to arrive into London Paddington at 11:21. Departing from Exeter St David's, we head past New Yard sidings on the right. These are used to stable Class 159s between services on the London Waterloo via Salisbury and Basingstoke and Stoke route. Class 159s took over work from local haulage on these services in June 1993. Prior to this they were worked by classes 47, 50 and 33. Meanwhile on the left we pass Exeter Riverside Yard, now a shadow of its former self, used mainly for stabling of freight trains, and by a stone train which brings ballast from Westbury. In years gone by, Riverside Yard would have been the hub for traffic in the area, such as the cement trains to Exeter Central and bitumen to Exeter City Basin, not to mention the wealth of ballast trains that ran from Meldon Quarry on the Oakhampton line until the late 1990s. Around a mile after leaving St David's we pass Calibre Junction. This is the point where the former Southern Railway lines to Plymouth via Oakhampton and North Devon/Cornwall diverge. In steam days this section of line from St David's would have seen Western and Southern region trains together, though the Plymouth bound trains on the Southern would have been heading in the same direction as us, before heading to Oakhampton and looping over Dartmoor before meandering towards Plymouth. The line here has been badly affected by flooding over the years due to the proximity of the River Exe, which we will follow for the next couple of miles to Stoke Cannon. The photograph, which has appeared in the bottom corner of your screen, was taken in 1998 as a part of my collection. is a train of ballast wagons heading for Westbury as they leave Exeter Riverside Yard, viewed from the bridge at Calibre Junction. We are now about to pass the site of the former Stoke Cannon station. Closed in 1960 to passengers, it was the site where the 21-mile X-Valley line to Dulverton via Tiverton diverged, this closing in 1963. Most of this route can still be traced today, though much of it has been wiped out in Tiverton town. It was possible to rejoin the Bristol to Exeter line at Tiverton Junction via a further branch from Tiverton itself. Stoke Cannon signal box still stands, having been closed in 1985 when Exeter PSB opened, following the re-signalling of the line north of Exeter. The photograph that appeared in the bottom of the screen was 43127 passing the site of Stoke Cannon Station in 2009. We're now on the lower slopes of the climb out of Devon towards Whiteball Summit. Though gradients are easy at this stage, mostly around 1 in 200, the climb is 21 miles from Exeter St David's to the summit, and is a good test for steam locos. This was the site of Silverton Station, close to passengers in October 1964, little trace remains today. The village itself is actually located over 1.5 miles away and was much closer to the X-Valley line at Up X. We're now passing Helly and Bradnich. This station again closed in 1964, but the signal box remained open until the re-signalling of the line in 1985. Happily the station building still remains, as does the goods shed adjacent to the up line. This is Colompton Services. It's hard to believe a station once stood here, but it did, closing again in October 1964. There's no trace that the station actually existed here. There's long been plans for a new station to be built, as Colompton is now a sizable village in the distance behind those trees. Though it's currently on a long-term list of possibilities, it could be argued that Tiverton Parkway, which is just 4 miles up the road, it makes it so there is less need for a station close to the village of Colompton itself. From Cullompton, the gradient on the gradual climb to Whiteball Summit steepens, having been mostly 1 in 200 and 1 in 300 since Stoke Cannon. It now increases to 1 in 155 before a slight ease through Tiverton Junction, from where the climb resumes to the summit. We're now on the approach to the site of Tiverton Junction Station, formerly the main interchange for Tiverton itself, though it was located some 5 miles from the town. The junction used to be served by 2 branch lines, firstly to Tiverton itself, which linked to the Ex-Valley line, but also the well-known Culm Valley Railway to Hemyock. The line to Tiverton town closed in 1964, whilst the Culm Valley closed to passengers in 1963 but remained open for milk traffic until 1975. The station at Tiverton Junction itself was closed in 1986 when the new Tiverton Parkway opened around 2 miles further north. The junction itself is now just host to a pair of passing loops and a disused engineer sidings, though the platforms still remain, showing signs of this once important station. The photograph that you can see in the corner of your screen was taken in 1963 and features Mallard on a rail tour. Interesting, the locomotive that's actually in the museum at Tiverton town itself, number 1442 of the 14XX class, affectionately known as the Tivy Bumper, actually worked for services to Tiverton Junction from the town. It was allocated to Taunton in 1963 before withdrawal in 1964. It then actually moved back to the Oval Town shed 83E before being allocated to 83D Exmouth Junction. It was withdrawn in 1965 and has since moved, as I said, into the Tiverton Museum. Probably never will be running again, but it's still nice to know that this locomotive is being preserved. Our only stop on this section is at Tiverton Parkway, opened in 1986 to replace Tiverton Junction Station. This was once the site of Samford Pepperell Station, which closed in 1964. Tiverton Parkway currently sees around 0.5 million passengers a year, and is a convenient interchange with the M5 and A361 dual carriageway to Tiverton. Upon departure from Tiverton Parkway, we've passed under the A361 road, and then we're soon heading on to the final 2-mile climb to Whiteball Summit at a ruling gradient of 1 in 115. As you can see, the M5 is left behind here as it takes a much steeper route over the hills and won't be seen again until the other side of Taunton, where it crosses over the motorway, just north of Taunton Station. This is the site of Boscombe Station, once again closed like the others on this section on the 5th of October 1964. Whiteball Summit is reached just before the tunnel of the same name. From here a descent mostly at 1 in 80 ensues towards Wellington, where City of Truro unofficially became the first loco to attain 100 miles an hour back in May 1904 on the Ocean Mails parcels from Plymouth to Paddington. From here it is around 10 miles to Taunton, a journey of around 6 to 7 minutes. Do hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you again for watching. Let us know if you like this new approach. It's something that we may do more of in the future if we can get the research and everything. It takes a bit longer, but I think it's a different approach and it's quite cool. Obviously there's going to be another video that will look at it from a train sim perspective, but I think they're doing stuff like this. It's a nice little change. Again, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. We appreciate your support. Again, thanks for everyone that's got us to 1,000 subscribers. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget you can check out Tom. He's usually on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/trainsimtv_Tom, and you can find him on there usually at 7:30 on Wednesdays and Fridays. And again, this route, the Railways of Devon and Cornwall version 9, available from Vulcan Productions and Alan Thompson from Monday the 11th of November 2019. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.